So hello everyone, this is Manish Kumar this side, and today we are going to see the conditionals in Java. So this is my first video lecture. So if you guys bit like my video, then please do like and subscribe my channel. So this is the first of all I will taught you through a PPT. After we have VS Code also, we will run some codes over there. So let's start with the conditionals in Java. So what is conditionals? So this question comes to your mind if you see the conditionals in Java. What is conditionals? So conditionals is basically let's assume if you have more than three, four or five choices, but you have some conditions to pick only one out of four or five. That time you are using conditionals things. So let's take a real life examples as you see on the screen. So sometimes we want to watch comedy movies if the day is Sunday. So what this statement taught is like if the day is Sunday, then only you want to watch comedy movies, else you won't watch. So that time you can use conditionals. Here you can see a condition over there. So sometimes we order junk food if your friend's birthday on hostel. This is also a conditions. And you might want to buy a umbrella. This is umbrella. It's by mistake become umbrella. Okay, this is correct. So you might want to buy a umbrella if it's raining. Else you why you buy a umbrella if it's not raining? And the second condition is also there. If you have money also, then only you can buy a umbrella, na? Let's take fourth example. You ordered a meal if aloo or your favorite bhindi is listed in menu. What is this condition told? If aloo and bhindi, your favorite, it's my favorite. So if aloo and bhindi is there in menu, then only you are going to order a meal from any restaurant, XYZ, whatever restaurant you went. So all these are all these are decisions which depends upon the certain conditions as you see. Let's come on the next thing. So decision making instructions in Java. So in Java, like you can't write codes like if you want to buy if bhindi is in menu, then I can buy something from restaurant. You can't write like this while doing coding. So in coding we have if-else statements, switch statements to handle this kind of things, this kind of problem, real life problems. So first of all we will see the if-else statement. First of all we will see if-else statement. Okay. So this is if-else statement. First of all we will see. Thereafter we will see switch statements. So what is if-else statement? The syntax of an if-else statement in C look like C++. You might learn C previously. So I will not explain that things because if you learn then you know like whatever the syntax in C and C++ and JavaScript also, the same syntax will be there in JavaScript also, then the same syntax will be there in Java also. If you learn JavaScript or C or C++, I don't know what you learn. So the syntax will be if the condition will be there, like the first we saw the first real life example, if the day is Sunday. So here you can write if the condition the day is equal to Sunday, it will compare the day is equal to agar Sunday hai, then you will execute the certain kind of instruction, like the instruction what is instruction it will given to above a statement, that real life statement. If the day is Sunday, then you can write here the code. If the day is Sunday, then I watch comedy movies. Here system.out.println, what we write output for Java programs, you can write here system.out.println, I can watch comedy movies. If the day is not Sunday, then whatever you want to do you can write inside the else statement. Next, go to the next slide. So let's take an example coding example. What you learn, we can take a coding example. So int age is equal to 29. If your age is equal to 29, age is greater than 28. If your age is greater than 28, then you can drive a vehicle, else you not. If this program is given, like someone told you to write a program, like if my age is a people age is greater than 18, then only he can able to drive a vehicle or not. So like that. So here the age will be given what, 29. So the age is equal to 29 will be greater than 18. Then this will print to output screen. You can drive a vehicle because your age is greater than 18. 29 is greater than 18. That's it. Now the else block is options. Yeah. If you want to if you have 4 or 5 statement in if also, like all statement, if you have four choices, like if the day is Sunday, if the day is Monday, if the day is Tuesday, all statement you can write only in if. You didn't want to if you didn't want to use else statement, it's totally okay. I will explain what are the difference between both conditions in later. So let's see. Okay, this is relational operators in Java. So what are the relational operators? So relational operators nothing but it will compare something. It will find the relation between something and something. If two statements, two conditions will be given, if you want to get some relation between two conditions, that time we are using conditional operators. So this is equal operator. If you want to check two conditions are equal or not, that time you are using equal operator. Like as you see previously, here greater than. If you want to check a is greater equal to 18 or not, then you use a equal 18, double equal 18, like that. And if you want to check a is if let's take, okay, if you take 2 is, if you want to check 2 is greater than or equal to 3 or not, that time you are using this and this and this. Similarly, these all things are used according to our here. Not equal, this is not equal, this is less than equal, this is less than, and this is greater than. So I mention one thing here, the output will be only in true or false. It will give, like if you check 2 is greater than 3 or not, it will inside the coding thing, it will check true or falsity of this statement. It will either be true or it will false. It will check the true or falsity of these conditions. It will check true or falsity of the conditions. Okay. Next thing, equal is used to assign, where double equal used to check the equality. Okay, this is obvious thing. As you see in this example, here equal to used to assign. Here what you do, assign a value, assign 29 inside a. Here what you did, you assign 29 inside a, and here you checked a is greater than 18 or not. Here you check the condition. Here what you do, assign the value. If you write a equal 29, then it's mean you are assigning a value. If you write a double equal 29, it means you are checking the value of a is equal to 29 or not. Both are different things. So logical operator. So logical operator, it will basically used to find some logic, like if two conditions will be given to you, then if you want to execute some statement, if the both conditions will be true, that time we are using AND. When you are using AND, if you have two conditions will be given, if you want to, if like let's take a real life example. If you have two conditions will be given, then only you want to do something, that time we are using AND. Like take example, if the day is Sunday and time is 12, then only you want to execute, then only you want to watch some movies. If the day is Sunday and time is 12 o'clock, then only you want to watch a movie, that time you are using AND. Like if the both statement will become true, then only it prints true, and if the condition will be true, then if a statement will execute, and the whatever you code written, whatever you system.out print all ln will be written inside something, whatever you want to execute the statement, it will print after that. I will explain it later. So conditional operators are and operators, or operators, and not operators. So AND operator, we will see AND operator first. So AND operator, what is the AND operator? So let's see AND operators. So evolutes to true if the both conditions are true. Like if the this is y means true, we will assume y is true and is false, and y and n are some conditions. If you execute some certain things, if the both conditions will be true, that time you use what you use AND operators. This is if the condition, if you want to execute something, if the both condition will be true, else you won't execute. So that time what you do, you use AND operators, like true, then only it return true. If false true, then it will return false. If false and true will be there, return false. If both are false, then it returns false. We will take example of these things later. Let's take example of OR operators. If we want to execute some certain things, if any of the condition will be true, like what we take example previously, if the day is Sunday and the time is 12 o'clock, if you want to execute if the day is Sunday and the time is 12 o'clock, then only you want to watch movies. So if you want to if you want to watch movies, if the any of the condition will be true, it might be day is Sunday, or it might be the time is 12 o'clock. If anyone is true, then we want to watch movies, that time we use OR operators. Like y is true and n is false, then see what OR operator does. If any of the both condition will be true, it will return true, false, it will return true, false, true, it will return true. If both condition will be false, if neither day will be Sunday or neither time will be 12 o'clock, that time you won't watch movies, that is this third conditions. Okay. Not operator. Not operator is nothing but like negate the given logic. Like ulta of true is false, ulta of false is true. That's it. So let's take an example of else if clues. If else clues, I explain it. So if else clues is nothing but like inside if else clues there will be two things will become if else statements and if else ladders. So why we are using if else clues? Basically instead of writing multiple if statements again and again if a statement, what you can do is you can use if else statements or if else ladders. So inside if else clues you have two things, if else ladder and if else conditions. So let's see the through example. Suppose what are the difference? First of all, I will explain what are the difference between only if you write only if statements, like if suppose you write all are if only, and what are the difference between if else ladders. So if you write only if statements, then it will do ki it will check all the conditions. If the third condition will become true, it won't stop here. It will check all the conditions, then only it go out from the all if statements. Else it won't go. It will check each and every conditions. And if you use if else statement, if else ladder, first if else ladder, this is if else ladder, example of if else ladder. If you take an example of if else ladder, then suppose the day will be become Sunday, here the day will become Sunday, then it won't check the day will become Monday or not after that. If the day will become Sunday, then it will execute the code and it will go out from these things. That's it. And if else a statement we can simply write if two conditions, only two conditions will be there, then you can use if else statements. And this is if else ladder is inside if else. Inside if else you have or another if else if, that time you can say it's a if else ladder. So this is the main difference. So only if you can execute now multiple times, it will make burden to the program, it will increase your runtime and all, because it will check all the if conditions, that's why. So switch cases, and control instructions. So switch cases, what is switch cases? Switch cases is basically you are switching to something, like if two or three or four conditions will be given to you, and like let's take the previous example which we are taking from the starting itself, that if the day is Sunday, then you want to do something, that's it. So here variable will be anything, it will might be an integer, it might be a character, it might be a string. So let's take our previous example. If the variable is a Sunday, variable is c3, let's, here we are taking c1 c2 c3. If variable is Sunday c3, sorry, if the variable is c3, then you want to execute some code. If the variable is c3, then you want to execute some code or some line of instructions. Let's see the example. So if the variable is c3, it will come in, this is the syntax of the, first of all, this is the syntax of the switch case statement. Inside you have multiple, might be a multiple switch cases. So if the variable will be c3, you want to execute some code. If the variable is what, c3, then it will come to inside this, where if the variable start checking, if the variable is equal to c1, no, it won't execute, it won't go inside the coding things. Then it will come to second one, if the variable is equal to c2, no, it won't. So it will go to case 3, if the variable is c3, yeah, here variable which becomes c3, then it execute the code, and then it breaks the loop, it will breaks the loop and come out of switch case. If you want to write break na, it will check then each and every condition, it start checking. That's why we are using break conditions. We have to use this break. If you want to use, it will check all the conditions after this also. So if c3 is not there, then what happened? Like here you got c3 and you execute the code. If c3 is not given to you, then the default conditions, default code will execute. Probably mostly people write c3 is not there. You can write system.out.println, inside that in double quotes you can write c3 is not there. So that's all about conditionals in Java. I hope you like my video. From next time I will try to write